Hi everyone, I think I'll make a start. Thank you so much for coming to this session on Unifrog. So it's going to be just a short insights talk into what Unifrog is. So Unifrog is, here we go, let me get that up. Unifrog is a whole school careers platform that you can use across Key Stage 3, 4 and 5. Sorry, can I just check? I hope you can all see my screen now. You can use across Key Stage 3,
Great,
4.
so
Perfect, thanks, Joanne. Key Stage 3, 4 and 5. So essentially, it is your go-to careers platform where you can simultaneously build and track your careers provision and monitor Gatsby benchmarks and really easily store evidence of this provision. You can also provide your students and their parents with tons of relevant, up-to-date information on different pathways, with the tools to help them navigate through this information, to make sure that they have access to everything that they need to make well-informed decisions about their future. It's also the place that you can provide the means for your staff to get involved in careers. So to learn about their students, to support them in building up employable skills, raising aspirations, broadening horizons, as well as helping them to make successful applications and making sure that they're well prepared for whatever it is that they do go on to do. And finally, if your school has a sixth form, Unifrog will also take care of the UCAS process. So reference writing, personal statements, keeping track of completed applications, all of that is done through Unifrog as well. Now, what really sets us apart is the way that we work with our partner schools and colleges. We work really closely with our partners to help them implement Unifrog fully, to maximise student engagement, to achieve careers awareness throughout the school, and to hit their specific goals and to measure impact. Now, with my partner schools, one of the most common goals I hear is Gatsby benchmarks. And in fact, I delivered a seminar talk yesterday and I put a poll in the chat box, and Gatsby benchmarks, of course, unsurprisingly, was coming out really high as one of the top goals for careers this year. Now, we'll talk a bit about how Unifrog can help you achieve the Gatsby benchmarks and also how you can evidence them. Specifically, benchmarks 1, 3 and 4 come up a lot as the hardest ones to achieve and to track and evidence. So today I'm going to talk about using Unifrog from that perspective, specifically thinking about those 3 benchmarks. So let's start at the beginning. Every student has access to their own Unifrog profile. And on there are lots of different libraries where they can explore all their possible options, get personalized guidance on which options they might be best suited to, or get encouragement to explore options or explore pathways that they might not previously have considered. So I'm going to show you quickly what that looks like. One of the excellent tools in the Exploring Pathways section is the Careers Library, which is a place for students to explore what jobs are out there, to see how their skills and interests translate into different careers, and to gather relevant information. Now, there's lots of different ways that I can search for what career might suit me. Within the Careers Library, if I kind of know pretty much already what I want to do, I can just type in a keyword and the relevant guide will pop up. I could put in the subjects that either I'm taking at the moment or maybe I'm thinking about taking in the future. So nice help with some subject decisions there as well. I can search by area. I can search by competencies, by theme. I could even take a personality quiz and then jump straight through and see what careers have been recommended for me. Now, this section right here, searching by subject area, is our first quick win for Gatsby benchmark number 4. So linking curriculum to careers. Lots of subject teachers do now understand the importance of this, but it doesn't make it any easier to actually fit that into the timetable or to find the time to prepare a session. But with Unifrog, any subject teacher can take 5 minutes at the end of a lesson, just click through into their relevant subject and pick out one of the guides that comes up. So let's say I teach economics. I'm just going to click through onto my subject. I can now scroll through tons and tons of different jobs that might be relevant to what we've just been talking about today, or maybe I'll do this a few times, pick out a different guide each week, and go through into the guide right here. Now there's lots and lots of information here that I can access as well. So I could watch a video with someone in that job talking about their experience, or of course, if I'm a subject teacher and I've done this as part of my lesson, we could play the video. And that is a really, really easy thing to have done. Or I could pick out one of the skills that's been listed as relevant and maybe have a class discussion about why we think it's important. Have we demonstrated it today? Who here thinks that they have it? So I can see what skills I need. I can also see a list of, right, day to day, what kind of things that I would be doing, a little idea of the best routes in, entry requirements, ideas for different types of work experience that I could do. And I've got labour market information in here as well. So instantly, we are also ticking off lots of other Gatsby benchmarks as we go. Now, I can favourite any of these guides, which then means that my teachers can track exactly what I'm looking at. And I will come to the tracking side later on in this Insights talk. Now, just back to the homepage, just having a look at the exploring pathways, there's lots more tools just within this section that are here to support me with decision making, with exploring, with gathering important information. So I also have a subjects library, which is there to help with my choices at GCSE, at post-16 or university courses. I can attend some webinars and actually hear from experts in different fields, hear from employers, hear from universities, hear from colleges about different skills and what I might need to do to succeed. I've also got a brilliant read, watch, listen tool, which is actually our newest tool on the profile at the moment. It's basically a bank of content that students can go through and search for what's going on in the world at the moment, interesting articles, interesting topics of debate, and work out where their interests lie, what they're passionate about, and again, see how they could then follow those interests through into what they might want to do in the future. So I'll just go back to my slide just here. So there's lots more on Unifrog. Just on that demo there, I was just showing you the very first section, exploring pathways, but there's lots more tools as well. So students follow a journey through Unifrog, and it's also the place where they can search for and find the best opportunities for them. So they will see live placements and courses, whether that is university in the UK or abroad, whether that's apprenticeships, whether that's further education options, virtual work experience opportunities, scholarships and contextual offers and gap years and essay competitions. Unifrog has the largest database of post-school opportunities in the world, and all the tools give students the ability to actually navigate through all of these options, apply their own criteria and see which ones are going to suit them best. Unifrog is also a place for students to log what they've done and the skills that they've built. So the skills builder framework is embedded into it. Students can log exactly what they've done and see what they might need to do to improve on those skills. And they will use this along with everything that they've learned and logged to craft really high quality applications. So lots and lots of different stuff that your students can do with Unifrog. When it comes to actually rolling this out and getting students to engage with it, getting staff on board and sharing the information with parents, this is where the management side of Unifrog comes in. So the staff side of what you can do. You can create your year plan on Unifrog, which is the foundation of your stable careers program. So benchmark number 1, we will support right there. Through Unifrog, you can create your careers program. You can publish it on your website, share it with students, teachers, parents, employers. Once you've identified the sessions that you'd like to run within that plan and identified the focuses for each year group, you can find the relevant materials through the Unifrog resources library. So everything is right there for you. And then you can evaluate it. You can measure its impact. You can track progression against your goals and then adjust your plan based on your findings. So this, the tracking, the evaluating, this also brings us to benchmark number 3. And the tracking and reporting functions of Unifrog are key to this one. So as teachers, you will be able to see everything that your students are doing, what they're exploring, what information they're researching, where their interests and skill sets lie. And you can instantly see information like at what stage students have been given advice on subject choices and careers guidance. You can see how aspirationally your students are thinking, and you can see what steps to take to improve if necessary. Now, you can cut this data by students' characteristics. So, for example, you could have a look at how many of your Pupil Premium students have completed work experience, or have all of your potential NEET students had a one-to-one guidance interview this year, or maybe are more boys favoriting STEM careers than girls. And you can then tailor your provision based on what's going to be the most valuable to your students by seeing what they're looking at, what stage they're at, where they might need a little bit more support, and where you can challenge stereotypical thinking. And then you can interact with your students as well, either individually or in groups, to give them the best possible support. So I will go through now to the teacher side, the management side of Unifrog. We can see exactly what this looks like right here. And maybe I want to find the students who I've identified as possible Oxbridge candidates and send them a bit more information. So to do that, I can filter down, have a look at my Oxbridge students right here. I can send them a comment. Let's say I want to send them a guide all about Oxbridge. Write the comment in there and send it. So really easy to engage with my students in that way. Maybe I want to have a little look at which students in year 11 have been logging their competencies. So I can instantly see who's done that right here. Now, there are quite a few students here who actually haven't started. So why don't I give them a little bit of encouragement by sending a comment all about why competencies are important, and maybe set them a task in there as well. Or I could go through and actually have a look at what Bobby's been doing, what competencies she's been logging, and give her a little bit of feedback. Basically, I can see top level information and I can spot key trends, and then I can drill down into specifics to support individual students who need it the most. Another part of benchmark number 3 is keeping the records of what your students have done and what advice they've received, and giving your students access to those records. Unifrog makes that an absolute breeze. So careers leaders, careers advisors, tutors, subject teachers, heads of year can all contribute to the log of interactions that you'll store for each student. So you have an overview of exactly what's going on. So you can bring up a log of evidence for your careers provision and the Gatsby benchmarks that you're hitting, and each student will automatically see the relevant information for them. Okay, I've tried to keep it really brief today. We've looked at Unifrog from the perspective of those 3 benchmarks mainly, but there's lots that I haven't shown you. So, I haven't shown you the UCAS management or how you can actually improve the quality of applications through Unifrog. I haven't shown you the destinations tracking and alumni database. We haven't talked about Compass Plus integration or how those incredible search tools work. If anyone is interested in hearing more about Unifrog, which I hope you are, or you'd like to talk more about any of the areas that I have covered today, please do talk to me about booking in a demo. We can talk about Unifrog in your context with your goals in mind, and we can work out how it can suit you specifically. So my email address is on the screen now. I'm sophie@unifrog.org, or please do come along to the expo where I can take any questions and we can book in meetings there as well.
That's brilliant. Thank you so much, Sophie.
Thanks for having me, and thanks everyone for coming.
Take care.